little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, duckin' 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they loved their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play.
That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is 3rd down.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First down, Green Bay.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
26-yard line.
For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He was taken down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Taken down.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down, Packers.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Fred Warner in on.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
The give is to Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
And this is 3rd down.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. A give to Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Garoppolo now. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down.
Jair Alexander.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Packer fans, and not to mention members of this defense, likely hoping to forget what Mostert did to Green Bay in the NFC title game last year. 29 carries, 220 yards, and an NFL postseason record-tying 4 touchdown runs. They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Packers 3, 49ers 0.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And it gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
42-yard line.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. 13. Check 6 guard. He's crossing. He's checking crack. Check 31. Check 31.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
21. 42's the mark. Check. 42's the mark. 11. 12.
From the 38, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Intercepted.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 mark. Let's go,
Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And a Packer first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
18 on the play.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jamal Williams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Packers 10, 49ers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check. Crunch. One, Omaha.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Check your hot read. 21. Here we go.
Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 42. I'm here all day.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking long for his tight end read. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Rodgers pass intended for Devontae Adams.
On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter J.K. Scott. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
12, fellas, here we go. Check 15. Go ahead.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you cross country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah. We'll
find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
58, come on. 58, come on. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Tight door, tight door, tight door. Hey, alert, alert, alert.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Hey, gun. Mike 42. 21, 21. 2.
Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
65. Check. Slam. Check 52. Watch out.
And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
21. Check. 21.
They hand it off to Mostert. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second and 11 at the 41.
Mike's 42. White.
Now Garoppolo. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. It's going to be a long.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo.
Oh, boy, you ain't got no feet.
And it's intercepted. Picked on by Jair Alexander. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Double dog. Patrick.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Dee Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this 2nd half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
On the delay, Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
A yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Complete.
A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 53 yards.
1st down, Packers.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Packers 17. 49ers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. A quick throw caught out wide by Bourne. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
The 44-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Check. Mike 42. Come on. You better bring it. Mike 42. Mike 42. Hey, alert. 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 Watch QB drop. Check.
Garoppolo on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Check 24. Check 24. 11. 11. 11. 11.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Nothing.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Packers 17, 49ers 7. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Packers 17, 49ers 14. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Buying time to his left. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And all the way down to the 9. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 66 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
At the 1 yard line.
Second and goal from the 1. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
And now third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Right 42, right 42.
Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick, and a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
By the Packers.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Niners' 20-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. And now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. On play action, Rodgers. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Take me up. Here we go. 58, boys, 58. I got you. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 1, Omaha.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball... A little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
And 1.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is born. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
And the lead will shrink to 6.
Good. Makes the score Packers 27, 49ers.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Tonight's final.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Packers, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Fall again and